Hello and welcome back to this channel. Once again, I have an incredible topic I'm extremely excited to talk about, and that is going to be the top 10 LEGO sets I believe are underrated. So throughout this video, I'm going to be talking about many categories of why I think they are underrated. But before I do, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you do not miss another video, and please like this video. Also, before I do go and start today's 10 list category list, I really do want to mention the fact that this is strictly my opinion. If you guys are hoping to do LEGO investing, I strongly recommend you guys to do your own research before you do make these investments. The only reason why I'm mentioning these LEGO sets is because I think they're good for the reasons why I'm choosing. So let's go and start with something I've not heard for a long time, the Botanical Garden. Now, what is awesome is I've actually built this LEGO set. Turning the screen right here, you can see the LEGO set displayed right there. It was honestly one of my favorite builds I've ever done. Now, I have built it on the channel. It's a really good video. I strongly recommend you guys checking it out. But oh my goodness, it was a fun build. Now, again, I also have a kind of plant type of business. So I found a lot of interest in building this because that's kind of like down my alley. So going throughout the pictures, there's so many incredible features. Now, don't get me wrong. The botanical selection has really just been crammed full with new LEGO sets. But the thing is, this isn't a part of botanical, which I think is interesting. It is a part of ideas. I think that is definitely interesting. But, it's LEGO's decision. I think it probably fall better under botanical, but at the same time, botanical doesn't really have any architecture or greenhouses like this. So it's kind of half and half. I see why they made the decision, but I really do feel like this is going to be a fantastic investment. Now, I really do believe the market will be a little bit smaller on this one compared to maybe some of the other ones I'm talking about. But the thing is, I think for people that are just now getting into gardening and people that might be like, this might be a really good LEGO set to get. I really do feel like a lot of gardeners and a lot of people big into like plants and maybe going to greenhouses, checking those out, are really going to be into this. I also heard a lot of people that aren't really into plants, aren't really into kind of the greenhouse style, but really like to go kind of towards that fall type of Halloween activity. I know I go every year with my family and stuff, and I really have heard a lot of people say that's really the reason why they wanted to pick this LEGO set up. Because, you still got kind of a fall design with the tree looking like it's going into, it looks like it's getting ready for winter. There's so many things. Don't get me wrong. For that video, I did give it a little bit of a higher repetitive rating than I usually give on maybe like a Star Wars set or something, because the plants are identical in the front. They took forever, but honestly, even though I did give it a high repetitive rating, it was extremely fun to build, and my goodness, it looks amazing. But heading over to the next one, we got the Polaroid. Now, I've also built this on the channel, and it is one of my favorite builds I've also done. It is full of detail, and what I think is awesome is it has a really, really cool play feature. Maybe I can find a video on it. But it comes with 3 kind of cards, which I think is awesome. But maybe there's not a video. Here we go. So the idea is you can be able to put it in there, put the cover up, and then you can click the red button, and then boom, you can look through that too, and then boom, it comes out. So it actually looks like it's taking a picture. Really, truly, it's incredible. Now, the only thing I will say is there is a sticker. Maybe we can get a top view. Yes, you can kind of see the sticker right there. The only thing I don't like about this LEGO set is that sticker doesn't stay on for some reason. Honestly, who knows? Maybe, I don't really know. It just has come off. I keep trying to put it back, and it just comes back off later that night. So that's the only downside about it, I will say. Now, the only thing is, I played with this LEGO set a few days ago because, honestly, I saw it on the shelf. You can actually see it in the backdrop on some of my other videos. But the thing is, I tried testing it out and realized, you know what, maybe the buttons are slightly stuck. Maybe there's a lot of dust in it. So I tried to blow the dust out and tried to move stuff around, and I realized, you know what, it works extremely well in the beginning. But for some reason, once it's built for a couple years, and then you try playing with the set again, like, man, this is a really cool LEGO set, it doesn't really work as good as the first time. So I think that's really interesting, but honestly, this is a Lego set I really do want to invest in this year. It is supposed to retire at the end of this year, 2026. Same with the Botanical Garden. Actually, I believe almost all the Lego sets I'm talking about in this video will be retiring at some point in 2026, except a few here and there. But this is something I'm going to be looking for. I've actually already picked up 2 copies, 3 including the one I've already built. But the thing is, I'm looking for a sale. Really, I would like to invest in all 10 of these. I think will do good. I think they all will do fantastic, especially this one. But the problem is, like, seeing this go on sale is extremely rare. Now, there's a chance that Lego might put it on sale around Black Friday, and in that case, I will probably pick up 3 or 4 because I think it could be a really good investment. But I'm looking for a sale, ideally for certain these bigger sets, some of the ideas and icons and those themes. If it goes 20% off, yes, that's probably the threshold I would pick it up. But for a lot of these, I want to pick up for 40% off. Like this one in particular, I've seen go 20% off. When it hits 40% off, I'm going to just place a huge bulk order. But honestly, it's going to be something I'm looking for. Another one I'm looking at is the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory Lego set. Honestly, when this came out, it had a ton of hype around it. And I mean, I don't even think how many videos I can count of people talking about this Lego set. So many people were in love about this Lego set. Honestly, I've seen both the movies. They're both fantastic. Honestly, I might have to watch the movie after I'm done filming this video because that's how good it is. But the thing is, with this, I mean, just the hype kind of just away. New Lego sets kind of took it over, and that's usually how it is for certain Lego sets. But looking back at it, looking at most recent videos, I don't hear anyone ever talking about it. Hardly any hype. Let's see if it's backordered. Okay, it is backordered right now, so that's a good sign for a lot of Lego sets selling. Maybe not the best thing for Lego investors, but I think just not many people talked about it lately. I think it's awesome. I have not built this. I really do want to build it. I think it looks awesome. And I mean, it's full of a ton of detail, ton of stuff. I think the minifigures especially could go for a fortune someday once this does retire. Keep this in mind. This is on the list to retire at the end of this year. Honestly, I did film at the very beginning of 2026 in January. I talked about really my thoughts on all the Lego sets that were just kind of on the system. What was on the list? Now, this was on the list at the beginning of the year, and out of the ideas category, the number one set I feel like will be taken off the list is this one. This one is, I would assume, is a very top seller. I would assume it's selling good. Looks like it's already back ordered, so that shows it is selling pretty good. But I mean, who knows? I think it could do extremely well. So in that case, if it does really go on sale, I will be picking up multiple copies. And now, Hogwarts. Now, the shelf life on this is insane. And another thing I will say about this is, I built this, my family built this a long time ago. The first, I think it was month 3 when it came out. So when we built it, it was brand new. Now, I have no idea what the shelf life is, but I know it's been out for many, many years. So, we still have it built. We have it displayed on the shelf, and really, it is still an unbelievable Lego set. I see it every day. Every single day I go through the hallway, I look at the Lego set. Honestly, sometimes I even stop to look at the Lego set and admire the detail and architecture and just the set. And, it's incredible. The only thing is, this one is probably the most risky one out of all of them because Lego has decided they want to make this 400 times. So, you know what? Just searching Hogwarts. Let's see what comes up. We got, obviously the giant Hogwarts I'm talking about right now, but we also got the little version. And the little version for 2,660 pieces, and it's a tiny Lego set, $169.99 is a ridiculous price. So when that retires, there is a 0 chance possibility I'm picking that up. Now, I do believe the sales on Amazon is still pretty good, but this is one, Hogwarts Castle East Wing. Now, this is kind of a little part of Hogwarts, but this is overpriced. When I look at the Lego set, I would assume 1,000 pieces max. And it has 2,164. But for $270, I think that's ridiculous. So with that, honestly, out of all the Lego sets, all the 10 Lego sets I'm talking about on this list, the Hogwarts Castle is probably the top on the list that I probably won't invest in when it does retire. Honestly, going back to the list, I don't recall me seeing this on the most recent July update. So who knows? Maybe it's gotten taken off. I might double check after I'm filming this video and mention it in one of my next videos. But I mean, it is incredible Lego set. And as we get closer and closer to the retirement, and I will do a video extremely soon covering the upcoming Lego sets that will be retiring at the end of the year, because we just got a huge July retirement. I do want to take a little bit of a deeper dive, and now that I won't be talking about like the 500 and something Lego sets. I mean, the list was huge and it took forever to film. I think I was filming for maybe 8 or 9 hours that day, just getting those videos out. I really do want to cover and take a lot deeper of a dive in this upcoming video and really see what this Lego set could do. Give my full opinion on the research I've done and try and give the most accurate prediction I can give. And keep that in mind, my predictions aren't always right. Sometimes they do good, sometimes they do really, really bad. I've made that mistake a few times, but I think this one's a really risky one. But something that is extremely exciting, and on the topic of July retirements, we're going to go a little bit into some Lego sets that have indeed retired. The Retro Radio. Now, of course, this is sold out. You can't buy it anymore for $100. So I will mention the fact that, yeah, no one's going to talk about it at this point in the day, but going back to the last, all the videos I watched in the last 3 months, I've not heard a single person talk about this Lego set. Even with all the hype around Lego sets retiring throughout, this month, I really do think no one's really talked about it. Really, I think the only videos I've seen people talking about it is my channel. I think that's really interesting. I actually invested in 5 of these, and I think it was a really good investment. Now, I kept a lot of my points from May 4th and applied it to this one because this is an icon set, and seeing it go on sale is extremely rare. So I was able to pick it up, I believe, for about $78, including throwing in those points. And I was also able to get multiple promos with that. So I think that's a really, really good thing. And once those promos can be sold, I believe that was about $62.13 once I do sell those from really where I'm at right now. So I think this is a really awesome one. Going to some of the pictures, there's also a lot of really extremely cool things with this. Number one, you can turn the dials. They don't change the channel, obviously, but something I do think is awesome is you can take out the back. You can put your phone in, maybe on Spotify or YouTube Music, and play some music. Then, maybe when people come over to hang out at your house or wherever you have the Lego set, maybe you have friends over, and you just kind of let it play music, let it play some new songs, and then people are going to look at that and go, is that Lego set playing music right now? And honestly, I might have to try that out. I might have to pick up another, well, I'd probably just build one of them I have right now, but I think that'd be the coolest sentence ever. People saying, is that Lego set actually playing the newest so-and-so song? I think that is awesome. But this is something, this is probably number 1 on my list, honestly. I think this is incredible. Then, something I recently just invested in, I've actually got my hands on 4 copies. 2 of them I've already gotten. 2 of them I'm already waiting on from, well, Amazon. I'm crossing my fingers hoping they do not show up looking like a tire ran over them. Actually, I think they showed up earlier today and they were in bags, so they make me a little bit nervous, so I guess I'll figure out how they look after this video is finished. But I've definitely had a few Lego sets show up from Amazon, Walmart, that looked like a tire went over it. I know there was one Lego set that wasn't even, it was just flat. I remember I opened up the box and just went, I didn't even have words. I just stared at the box for like 20 minutes just thinking, you've got to be kidding me. That box looks horrible. But it's whatever. This Lego set is incredible. I know this video has kind of been story time, but this one is incredible. That's ugly. Don't get me wrong. The back is a very rough design. So I will say it's kind of like a diorama or something that maybe for the shelf you can see behind me. You push it all the way back and maybe maybe you could put some stuff in front of it, maybe like a car, maybe like a race car from Lego City or something that would look good. Or you could do like a French design. Maybe get, I mean, maybe make a tiny Eiffel Tower. I don't really know if a tiny Eiffel Tower Lego set's out there, maybe retired, but that could be something really, really cool to do, like a display, and get this somewhere in like maybe your Lego City or like your Lego French design shelf or a section of that. It is detailed. The detail in this is unreal. I think that is the best word to describe it, but it is a beautiful Lego set. So that one's going to be $80. Something I don't really like is it is retiring soon. It is not even back ordered. I am crossing my fingers it does retire soon, because the sooner it retires, the faster the four I have right now go up in value. But in the end, I've heard a lot of hype on it in the beginning. Then the hype just kind of died down, and now it's just like, who really wants this Lego set? I disagree. I think it's a really cool Lego set. I've heard a lot of mixed feelings about it, but honestly, my feelings are way up here. I love this Lego set. Heading over to the next one. This is retiring. Really, nowhere anytime soon. Honestly, maybe next year, maybe the year after. By some miracle, maybe it ends up on the list this year. I might have to double check, because that would be hilarious if I check later tonight and realize, oh, great, it is on the list or something. I just threw you guys off. But don't, maybe double check yourself. That might be good. I don't want to throw you guys off on what you think about these Lego sets. But this is going to be the Simpsons Krusty Burger. Honestly, to all the SpongeBob fans out there, every single time I read that, I always feel like it's going to say The Simpsons Krusty Krab. Maybe that's just how my mind is after the thousands of SpongeBob episodes I've watched, but that's kind of what I think about that. But I think it's really cool. Honestly, I've not watched Simpsons that much. I think the only time I've really been big into Simpsons is when I've gone to Universal Studios in Orlando and walked through that Simpsons area. It is cool. That experience is awesome. If you guys have not gone and experienced that attraction, I strongly recommend you guys go in, because it is extremely fun. I've heard a lot of stuff around it on it might be taken out extremely soon. So I look into that a little bit, but minifigure selection is pretty cool. Inside of the Krusty Burger place is also pretty cool. I love the car. That's an awesome touch about it. I mean, the Lego set's full of so many stuff, so many Easter eggs. For all you Simpsons fans out there, I think you guys will absolutely love this, because Lego did a phenomenal job. I mean, we even got the kids zone. That is awesome. So, I mean, really, question of the video, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on all these 10 sets I'm talking about. Now, we still have 3 more I'm talking about throughout today's video, but I really want to hear your guys' thoughts. Do you guys disagree with me? Do you guys agree with me strongly on maybe a certain set? I'd love to hear what set you think, but I'd love to start a conversation with you guys in the comments below. So, any questions, please drop that comment down. Then the next one I want to talk about is Jaws. Now, I think this one is a little bit more of a both. I think it had a crazy amount of hype. I mean, I think out of what we've seen with the Lego sets coming out in the last 2 years, this one probably had some of the most hype when it first did come out, and I really wanted to pick it up. I just never really picked it up because I wasn't as big in the Goforth bricks as I am now. But really, I think it's a beautiful Lego set. I picked up 6 copies, and it is retiring extremely soon. It should be retiring within the next week. Honestly, by the time this video does post, a lot more of these Lego sets might be retired, might be sold out by then. So, I mean, who knows? I can't predict the future, but I think this Lego set is incredible. I've already picked up many copies. It did go on sale. I believe it went 20% off, and after putting points towards it and getting multiple insane, unbelievably beautiful promos, I think it was a steal of a deal. I think it's awesome. Then the second to the last one, the Harry Potter talking sorting hat. Now, I've actually heard a lot more people talking about this one. Relatively more, because it is retiring soon. That's kind of why I was a little bit stumbly with Jaws. I have heard a little bit more with the next 3 sets. Well, I guess Jaws, Talking Sorting Hat, and the last one I'm going to be talking about. I've heard a lot more stuff about it in the last really 2 weeks, because it is retiring and probably will go out in the next 2 weeks. But this Lego set is awesome. It does have a piece that does talk, which I think is awesome. It has a few moving features, a lot of the play features. I think that's awesome. Honestly, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and it's a big part of the franchise, a beautiful part of the movie, a part of the first movie, and it does come on screen a few times. So I forget what movies, but it might be once or twice after the first movie. So I think that's awesome, but does take a few sneak peeks there. But of course, the only thing that I don't like about this Lego set is the price. I think for 561 pieces, it should be more like $60. I think $100 is really definitely overpriced. But don't get me wrong, it is a really awesome Lego set. I think out of a lot of the Harry Potter sets, I think this is one of the best ones we've seen lately. Now, don't get me wrong, Lego has done a phenomenal job with Harry Potter, especially with the new series and new episodes coming out this upcoming December. I think Harry Potter will really get a boost. I mean, we got Luna Lovegood's house. I'll be talking about that in an upcoming video. I mean, so many incredible Lego sets to choose from. So I might have to build a few on upcoming videos, but that was number 9 in today's video. And drumroll please, the final Lego set and the only Lego City set I'm talking about in today's video, the yellow delivery truck. Now, this Lego set is also kind of half and half. I've heard a lot of stuff about it when it first came out. I've heard a lot of sales. I mean, probably out of all the Lego sets I'm talking about in today's video, this has hit the hardest on sales, but it's not talked that much about. Honestly, from talking about maybe the Jaws Lego set or the Sorting Hat, this one hasn't really gotten talked about that much in most recent upcoming videos from other Lego influencers. So I will say, I don't want to say I've not seen any, because I have seen a few people talk about it, but honestly, this is a Lego set that I'm extremely interested in. I think it is the neatest Lego City set that I've ever seen. I really wish I would bought an extra to build it. Now, the ones I bought specifically to invest in. I bought, I believe, 6 copies. So this Lego set is something that's very, extremely high on my 2026 list. And of course, going back to that question, I want to hear your guys' opinions on this video and what I talked about in the comments below. I'd love to start a conversation with you guys. But sadly, this is going to be the end of the video, so please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you do not miss another video. Please like this video. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys when I post next. Peace.